2, 1, and they're underway. The 2019 Ras Al Khaimah Half Marathon begins. One of the best assembled fields of elite women the world has ever seen. We're underway. The 2019 Ras Al Khaimah Elite Male and Mass Start has begun. The journey is underway for 3,600 men and women, and we will ensure you are all cheered every single step of the way. Great weather, great support. We really hope you enjoy this brand new course for the 13th edition of the race. So close. Teferi takes it tough from next Senbere takes third, and they have all come home inside 66 minutes.
What was going through your mind as you saw the finish line?
It came to my mind that I supposed to win this game because it has come to be the last minute for the race.
And were you feeling good? Do you think you had more to give?
No, I'm feeling good now. I'm happy. Running BB and on the race.
We've ever seen. And Wanders comes home in 4th place, and he is the new European record holder.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm happy that I did it. I was hoping for a good time, and I did. The only thing is I was number 4. I just missed out the podium, but otherwise I'm happy. The pacer was too slow, so I told them many times to go faster, but they were not able to pick up the pace, so we crossed like 28:10, which is a bit too slow. Then after that it's really started to go fast with the athletes, especially Addis going very fast, and I missed the first group. The first 2 they went and I couldn't follow, so then we were like 3 following, and yeah, it was a good pace, but the last 2 kilometers again was very hard and I couldn't pick up the pace, so I lost a lot of time, but yeah, I finished number 4.
And this is your 4th European record now, I think, in a year, with your under-23 record and then the 2 10K records as well. How do you feel about that, and how do you just reflect on what you've achieved this whole year?
You know, I'm working for this. I'm working very hard every day. So my goal is always to improve my times, and now it's European record. I hope very soon will be a world record. That's I'm aiming big, but it's my philosophy. Yeah.
And you said that the mentality of your training group in Kenya is just to not put any limits. Were you thinking about that out there today?
Yeah, I thought really I could go for the win. I really believed, and I believed even I could go for 58. Yeah, so I think it really helped me. Even if at the end I do 59:13, it's a good time. So I think the mind is very important in running. Yeah.
We're at the end of a record-breaking day in Ras Al Khaimah. How do you reflect on what we saw this morning?
Gosh, there's a loaded question. Do you know, I mean, I come here every year, and every year in Ras Al Khaimah they produce such amazing performances, the athletes. The conditions are 99% of the time, I think every year, they've had one windy year, but just about every year the conditions are perfect. So you sort of run out of superlatives, and sometimes I feel like a broken record unless I can find new words to describe it. But today was amazing. I mean, this is the 13th edition of the Ras Al Khaimah Half Marathon. 11 men broke 60 minutes in the elite race, behind Stephen Kiprop of Kenya. His winning time was what, 58:45, and in the women's race there was an Ethiopian record. 3 Ethiopians took the rostrum positions. They took the first four, actually, Ethiopia. Senbere Teferi, the young lady, set an Ethiopian record with her winning time of 65:45, I think, off the top of my head. And I think Julien Wanders' European record was absolutely stunning. I mean, it's 59:13, and he's got a great attitude. He's not scared of anything. He's very sort of fiercely ambitious. He's talking about the world record. He says he was a bit disappointed he didn't run faster, disappointed he didn't get on the rostrum. And this is a white fella talking about East African competition, and that is so refreshing. Quite fabulous. It's a Mo Farah record he's broken, which had stood for 3 years, from Lisbon 2015, when Mo ran, 59:32. So that was a heck of a time to break and a heck of a time to set. And clearly he can go faster, because the pacemaking wasn't ideal in either the men's or women's races. It was slow on the women's side, I think, for the first 10k. Quite slow on the men's side, slow compared to what they wanted. So it wasn't ideal. I think because of the leader Hadis in the men's race for the second half. He ran his second 10k in 27:36. I mean, lightning quick. And he really is the man who deserves a big pat on the back for making that men's race very special and dragging them all through to quick times. But it's clear that Julien Wanders can go quite a lot quicker. The Swiss lad, he's only 22. My goodness, what's he going to be doing in 3 or 4 years if he can avoid injuries? The women's race, again, far from perfect pacing and splits through the early stages of the race, and they've just maintained their pace well. The funny thing is that at Ras Al Khaimah, we've become so familiar with times of 64 minutes like last year, a sprint finish between Fancy Chemutai and Mary Kaitani, and 65 minutes, that we tend to become a bit blasé and forgetful of how special a 65-minute clocking is for a woman. I mean, that's the first Ethiopian today, I think, to go under 66 minutes. So 3 of them did it in one race. So the third placer broke the old Ethiopian record. I mean, how about that? The world champion in the women's race only came second. It was a remarkable pair of elite races. Conditions were great. The new course has proven itself to be a world record course, without any doubt in my mind. I suspect the organisers will want to make 1 or 2 tweaks to a couple of corners. But conditions here are wonderful year after year, and I think the message that will go out to elite around the world is that if you want to run a big personal best in the half marathon, you should come here. And incidentally, if you're not elite and you just fancy a nice weekend in the sunshine in February, and you're from Northern Europe, for example, and it's cold and wet and snowy and windy and damn right horrible where you are, look at this. You couldn't do any better. It's about 20 degrees here now, not a breath of wind. It's about 23, 24 during the day. This is almost paradise compared with Northern Europe at the moment. So whoever you are, elite, jogger, good standard club runner, got a marathon in the spring coming up in the next few weeks, write the Ras Al Khaimah half marathon into your schedule for next year.
It's been an interesting one for us, because in the 13-year history, this is the first time we've had a major change of the course. We've come out of the city, we've come onto the wonderful El Marjan Island where we are right now. It's a brand new course, brand new venue. Brand new challenges come with this as well. But looking back at this morning's racing, the racing was phenomenal. The men's results with 11 sub-60 men, it's historic. The ladies did fantastically well as well. We have some lessons to learn from this, as we do every year. But this race continues to go from strength to strength, and it's a credit to the Ras Al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority presenting the event, to the Ras Al Khaimah government, of course, and the event partners, sponsors, and of course the race crew and runners. I was often mentioned in the early years that Ras Al Khaimah is perhaps most well known for being not well known at all. Many people think of the United Arab Emirates as Dubai. Dubai does a fantastic job marketing itself, it has done for years, but there are lots and lots of hidden treasures. This really is Arabia, and the hospitality and the exciting discoveries to be found in true form. There's so much available to them, from the world's longest zip line here in the mountains to the beaches on the man-made islands we're on now. Plenty for everyone.